In today's class, we'll practice job interviews, learn job interview vocabulary, talk about pet peeves.
Nice. And vocabulary. Can you repeat vocabulary?
Vocabulary.
Nice. Vocabulary. Perfect.
Vocabulary.
Really nice job, Michael. And let's go on, maybe, to the next page, possibly. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Takes a second. Okay, and let's have Genesis. Can you ask Adela the first question?
Warm up. When was the last time you went in for a job interview? How many times have you interviewed for a position?
The first question is about 10 years ago, the last time I went for a job interview. How many times? I think three or four times I interview for a position in a company.
Okay, that was good. I think 3 or 4 times. How would you say
Uh,
that in the present perfect?
Three, 4 times had
Okay,
uh,
close. It's not
had
had.
been I had been, no?
Close. Um, we'd actually, instead of saying the verb to be, we'd use the verb interview. To
Oh.
interview. So you're really
I
close.
had interviewed.
Yeah, I have interviewed. And I think that has done really good. It'll be the present perfect of to interview. About 3 or 4 times. Does that make sense, Adela?
Sorry.
Do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
One time you need to go an interview for different position in a job, in a company, in a work or different company, no?
Okay.
To
Um,
promote, for
to,
example, no? To promote in the company or for changes to the company.
okay, so to get promoted or maybe to change companies. So those are the times when you go in for interviews.
In my
So,
case, is to promote in the company because the first time the interview I go is for a job, but after that this is to change in same company to promote
okay. So to get promoted, we
to
get
get
promoted. It's kind of a passive thing.
okay to get promote.
So, yeah, exactly. You'd say, I got promoted, or I went in for an interview to get promoted. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so it's just a little bit more passive, but awesome, yeah. And Diago, what about you? When was the last time you went in for a job interview?
Wow, was a long time ago, man. Kind of, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago.
Okay, 13 years ago. And how many times or how many job interviews have you had?
I've had kind of 6 or 7 job interviews.
Okay, nice. Really good pronunciation and good grammar.
Oh,
And
thank
does
you.
anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay. So if we have no questions, um, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to okay, well, let's go to the next page. Five. And let's have Diago. Can you read the title and the directions?
Yeah. But the way, Joshua, I've always had that question. Can I say vocabulary? I think it's like the British way to say it, right?
Vocabulary?
Vocabulary, I guess.
Yeah, it's a difficult word to pronounce. I always teach my students vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
So it's almost more of like a longer U sound, vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
But you could say, you could also say vocabulary. Um, there's different variations depending on where you're from, in the United States at least. But that's a good question. I'm not even sure if I know the answer. I'm not sure how a British person would say that.
All right. Anyways, vocabulary. Use these words in a sentence or define them. All right.
Okay, yeah, and let's have Michael. Can you read the first 4 words?
Analyzed, attained, carried out, collaborated.
Good. The only small thing I saw, Michael, was collaborated. Can you repeat collaborated?
Collaborated. Collaborated.
Yeah, perfect. That sounded great. And let's have Genesis. Can you read the next 4 words?
Engineered.
Close. It sounds more like engineered.
Engineer.
Yeah, engineered.
Engineer.
Good. And the next 3 words?
Facilitated.
Nice. Perfect. Really good job. The next word?
Overcome.
Close. This has a long A sound right here. Overcame.
Overcame.
Good.
Rectified.
Perfect. Rectified. Really nice job. Okay, and any questions about any of these words? Does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
What does attained mean?
Nice, really good question. And can anybody help him? Can anybody define
Reach
attain?
a goal.
Yeah, to reach a goal. To reach a goal is to attain a goal. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
Thiago.
like the Brazilian team didn't attain.
Yeah, they did not attain their goals, for sure. Yeah, that would be a good. And so, any other questions about any of these words? Any other questions? Okay. So, can each of you choose one word, and can you write that word in the chat box? So, can you choose one word and write a sentence with the word in the chat box? So, write a sentence with the word here.
Joshua, the Google one or the Verbling chat?
The Google chat would,
Okay.
or I guess the Verbling chat. I don't usually pay as much attention to it. Yeah. And so it looks like we do have a couple more questions. To Yara, sorry about that. I didn't see your questions. Yara, already got attained. Analyzed. Analyze is just to look into something really heavily. So it's when you're analyzing a book, it's like you're examining it methodically and in detail, is what it
To
says.
look
So
exhaustive is correct in exhaustive.
exhaustive. Exhaustively. Yeah. Can you repeat exhaustive?
Exhaustive.
Yeah. And it's exhaustively. Good. Perfect. Yeah, that'd be good. And what was the last word that Yara had? And carried out. Can somebody help define carried out for Yara?
No carry on, but carried out.
Okay, yeah, carried out is a little bit different than carried on. Um, Anybody else? Michael, what about you? Can you define carried out?
Well, it's like made, carried out. It's like conducted. Yeah.
Conducted?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
I
That would
cannot
be
define. I cannot but I can use in a sentence, but I cannot tell. Carried out. It is when someone does something to achieve something or something like that, but not necessarily achieve. Like to.
okay. Yeah, when somebody does something. I think carried out is
Yeah.
just to do something. I think that was great. And so let's get some of these sentences on the board. Maybe. Sorry. Okay, and Michael, can you read your sentence out loud?
When I was on my first job interview, I was facilitated because of my work experience.
Okay, this is good. I was facilitated. So I think you're trying to say I was helped out. Oh, I was facilitated with my. Okay. So it's passive.
So what
This
is
might
the
be.
facilitate?
You're right. Facilitated is like helped. But we changed the sentence around a little bit. It just sounds. I think I know what you're trying to say. Is there another way you would reword that? So how could you reword that second clause?
When I was on my first job interview, I was I don't know how would I do that.
Okay, so maybe if you start with my work experience.
Facilitated me.
Yeah, my work experience facilitated my success, maybe, or my work experience facilitated something. So my work experience facilitated. Maybe wouldn't say me. My work. You'd usually facilitate something else. So when I was on my job, it facilitated my success. Maybe we could say my previous work experience facilitated my success, or facilitated the interview. Does that make sense, Michael? Okay. So those would sound a little bit better. We changed something else too.
Okay, my previous work experience facilitated my success. Okay.
Yeah, and we'd want to change on too. What preposition could we use instead of on?
When I was in? At?
Yeah, I think at would sound the best. That's what I'd say. If when I was at my first job interview, when I was in my first job interview is perfectly fine too. We wouldn't be on my first job interview. Yeah, we wouldn't say when I was on my first job interview, but that was really good. Great sentence, Michael.
Okay.
And so, yeah, this is just in the passive voice. So I was facilitated because of something else. It's just passive, but it looks really good. Tiago, can you read your sentence as well?
Yeah, sure. The Brazilian team hasn't overcame its defeat yet.
Yeah. And we'd want to make this verb in the present tense. So overcame is the past tense. How would you make it into the present tense, Tiago?
Overcome?
Yeah, they haven't overcome.
Okay.
And so the words on the previous page were in the past tense for interview purposes. So I have overcome all of these obstacles. I've analyzed all these things. So in job interviews, I think they would be used mostly in the past tense. But that was good. Really good job. Yeah, they definitely have not overcome their defeat yet. Man,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
because
explain it.
I got overcame's like simple past.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And Adela, can you read your sentence?
I changed it because I made a mistake. My work team, no? Job, no.
Yeah,
My
my
work
work
team
team.
have or has, I don't know, because team is a group.
You're
I
right. It has.
a person to analyze the projects or projects. Or we have a facilitator for the negotiation.
Nice. So, person to analyze the projects. We have a facilitator for the negotiation. Um, and I think that's good. I wouldn't change grammatically. You can say both of those sentences are fine. We have a negotiation facilitator. Might, excuse me. Sorry. Um, yeah, negotiation facilitator might be a good way of saying it as well.
Huh.
But both of those are correct. Really nice job. And
Okay.
let's get Genesis. And Genesis, can you read your sentence?
My boss and me work hard overcome the work problems.
Awesome. Okay. And so we'd want to use the infinitive for overcome. So how would we change that into the infinitive? What do we add?
Two.
And yeah, exactly. Nice job. So to overcome. Oh, to overcome and the work problems. We probably would remove the article as well. We probably don't need that article. And when we're saying these sentences, it helps to think if you can replace just alone. How would you say that sentence without my boss? So if it was just you, Genesis, how would you say the sentence with just you?
I don't know.
Okay, so pretend your boss didn't work hard. So it was just you. What if you were the only subject of that sentence? How'd you say the sentence?
Mm, yeah, we.
Close, but it's like Genesis. I'm not sure if you speak Spanish at all. Oh yeah, Tiago, that's fine. Have a good day. Um,
You
hopefully
too,
you feel.
thank you.
You're welcome. So Genesis, it'd be like yo trae duro. So I, or if you speak Portuguese, it'd be eu.
Okay, okay,
So how would you say that in English, just alone?
okay. Diría, I work hard.
Yeah, I worked hard. Perfect. And so when you add your boss, we'd want to say, my boss, excuse me, and I worked hard to overcome work problems. The work problems? I guess you could say the work problem. I don't know.
Okay,
Okay, and I think actually I'm gonna change my mind. You can use the article as well. So that's fine. Can you read the sentence with the corrections? Sorry, Genesis, can you repeat that sentence?
my boss and I work hard to overcome work problems.
Nice. Okay, really good job. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Shoot. Any questions?
No.
No.
Really good job. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, and so Adela, can you read the comic?
Talk about it. You can increase a little, please. The zoom.
The size.
Yes,
I'm
a
not
little.
sure. Yeah, I think. Does that help?
No, but no problem.
No. I
My
can
short,
also. Okay, if you can read it.
my short-term goal is to bluff my way through this job interview. My long-term goal is to invent a time machine so I can come back and change everything I've said so far.
Nice.
What
Good.
do you think about this comic? Have you ever felt like this?
Good. Genesis, what do you think? What do you think about this comic, Genesis?
Mm, let me see. Mm, Wait, please.
Okay.
I feel that he um, have an interview, work interview to um, I don't know. Yes, a work interview
Okay.
for new job.
Okay. For a new job. For a new job. Good. Um, who's got a new job interview? For sure. Michael, what do you think? Can you explain a little bit more? What do you think is happening in this comic?
Uh, so my short-term goal is to bluff my way through this job interview. My long-term goal is to enter a time machine so I can come back and change everything I've said so far. So basically, the man who is on the interview, like he would like to work in that company, is saying that he like his goal is just to pass the interview, and he's answering like right answers to the questions, like the answers that the interviewer is looking for. And like the long-term goal is to and that's kind of joke that he would like to erase from the mind of the interviewer what he said. This
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just change everything and make it better.
this is kind of anecdote, joke anecdote or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a joke. Um, an anecdote is just a story. So you could tell an anecdote about a time where you had a really bad job interview. So I guess if somebody's just telling a story, that could be an anecdote. But it's I think it'd be a little bit different. Um, Definitely a
Okay.
joke. Okay, and Genesis, do you understand a little bit better? Did that help you understand?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And Michael, can you ask Adela the next question?
Have you ever felt like this?
No, not exactly, but I think everyone increase a little the curriculum vitae when go to a work or a job interview. For example, in Spanish, it's more normal, not about the degree, etc., because it's a paper, but about the language level. Is more like you can say intermediate. The intermediate is a very big place, or they are a lot of possibility. I think all people increase myself too. I
Yeah.
increase a little the curriculum vitae when I start in the to find the job. The first
Okay.
time do you don't
When I
have
start when I start looking for jobs. Sorry. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, I did it.
okay. Yeah.
That was awesome. Sorry to interrupt you again.
Yes, no, I don't know. No, in the first time you go to an interview, you normally increase your skills, your knowledge, all, no? You need to work, no? It's normal.
Yeah, I think most people do that with their CVs. So in English, we often say resume. I think resume is more common than a curriculum vitae. Um, but when you do say that, we'd probably say CV. So your
Yes,
CV or your resume.
curriculum, yes, curriculum vitae.
Yeah, vitae. And so again, more common is probably resume or just your CV. But you could also say curriculum vitae. Um, And instead of saying increases their CV or increases their resume, we'd want to say they make their resume look better.
Um,
Or they, uh, yeah, I think
exaggerate.
they make their, exaggerate is a better word to use.
It's not
Yes.
lie, but exaggerate your
Exactly.
knowledge or your skill.
Perfect. Really good. Um, and intermediate. Can you repeat intermediate as well?
Intermediate,
Yeah, intermediate.
intermediate.
Perfect. That was awesome. So it ends with like the it sound. That was really, really good. Um, okay, and what about you, Genesis? Have you ever felt like this in a job interview or in anything else? Have you ever felt like this man right here?
No, never.
Okay, okay, good. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay, let's go. Let's do some questions actually. And let's have Genesis. Can you ask Michael the first question?
Tell me about a time you made a mistake.
Do you mean we are now in a job interview or what?
Anytime. So pretend that she's your job interviewer. So pretend that Genesis is the job interviewer.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, when I really I would not say like that in a job interview because it's a kind of small mistake. I should like, so when I used to work in sales, so there was like a form on telephone. I should ask some information, and I asked, and when I started to work, I wrote like wrong information. Basically, I asked wrong way, and the information was not veridic. Yeah, not veridic. Is it correct, Joshua?
When you asked and the information was not what?
So, so was the incorrect information. Let's say in this way, and it was my fault. Definitely, like because I started to work and I didn't know many things. And I spoke with the manager and my manager, and I told him that I kind of messed up. And he said, how should I do in what way? Like, how would be correct? He told me, and I corrected everything. I called that person up again, and I corrected everything. So it was kind of mistake, but not really so big mistake.
Okay. Yeah, so I called the person again and corrected everything. So it was a small mistake, not really a big mistake, and corrected everything. Um, Yeah, that's awesome. That would be really good. I think that's a good idea. That's a great anecdote, especially how you went to your manager, you found a solution to the problem, and then you fixed the problem. Okay, nice job, Michael.
What would you do instead of me? Would you hide your mistake and would you go further?
Yeah, a lot of people I think would. A lot of people would try to hide their mistake.
No, never, never I would do. I'm a type of person, so I would better be like kind of stupid in the eyes of another person, yeah. But I would not. So I would not be okay knowing that I made a mistake, and that mistake could lead to some failures or to some money. What when you so company
You
lose
could
money,
even say issues.
some
Yeah,
issues, yeah.
yeah, or so like some bigger problems or
Yeah,
some
some
bigger
bigger
issues.
so could possibly maybe 10%, but I would definitely correct that mistake. Although I could look in that person like not so professional or not so like
Yeah,
smart or something. But that's okay for me.
awesome. I think that's perfect. If I was ever starting a business, you'd be one of the first people I'd hire, Michael.
I know, I know. I worked in a startup, like they started like not business, but they worked for many years, but started the business in one direction. And I worked there, and they did everything successfully.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great characteristic to have, though. Okay, and Michael, can you ask Adela the next question?
Okay, describe yourself. No, what is your dream job?
If you sign up me, I think this job place could be my dream job. No?
Can you
It's
repeat
an
that one?
interview.
Yeah,
It's an interview. It's a joke.
yeah, that
But
was good. Yeah.
it's an answer for an interview.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great answer for an interview. Um, okay, but maybe if you say, I'd like to have a high position in your company, that would be my dream job, is like to be a little bit further than this position. I think that'd be good too, Adela. Does that make sense?
No, exactly.
So maybe if you say, this job that I'm interviewing for is
The
amazing.
job place,
This job place. We wouldn't say
job
job place. We could say workplace.
or workplace. Okay.
Um, but this
Or,
job,
I, um, um, I think this workplace could be my dream job if you sign up me.
if you sign me up, if
Sign
you
me
sign,
up. Okay.
okay, yeah, that'd be good. I think this workplace could be my dream job. Um, so a workplace is like a more of a building. This workplace. So we wouldn't say this workplace could be my dream job. We'd probably say, I think, I think this. We could just say this. Um, would be my dream job if you sign me up. Can you repeat that sentence one more time, Adela?
I think this could be my dream job if you sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah, good. And so just workplace again is like the place where you work. It's like a building. But
Yes, it's exactly your position in the company. No, the company.
not quite a workplace. So a
Uh,
workplace isn't your.
it's physical place, no?
Yeah, it's like the physical place, like the building.
Okay,
Um, your office, you could even say, is my workplace.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And the other is uh, your job, no? Or
Yeah, your
your
job.
position in the company, the staff, high staff, etc.
Yeah. So your job, your position, your role. I'm trying to think of synonyms for that. Profession, your trade, your career. I think all of those are good. Okay, and good. So, Adera, can you ask Genesis the next question?
Genesis, can you describe yourself?
I am responsible person. I like to work in group. I am respect person. Um, I am eager person.
What was that last? Sorry, what was that last sentence? I'm a what person?
Yes, I am eager or anxious person.
Anxious. I'm not sure exactly what type of person. Eager. I'm an eager person. I'm an
Eager
eager.
person.
Can you repeat? Yeah. Nice person. Really good. That's a great job. So, this first sentence, how would you change it? What do you add?
I am a responsible person.
Yeah, I'm a responsible person. I'm a responsible person. And then I like to work in group, you said. How would we make group plural?
Groups.
Yeah, exactly. So because it's general. So generally, I like to work in groups. I don't like to only work in one specific group. I like to work in groups. I'm a respectful person. Can you repeat the sentence one more time as well? I'm a respectful person.
Okay. I am a responsible person. I like to work in groups. I am a respectful person. I am an eager person.
Yeah, I'm an eager. Can you repeat? I'm an eager.
I'm an eager person.
Perfect. Nice job. Good work, Genesis. Okay, and Genesis, can you ask Michael the next question?
Tell me how you handle a difficult situation.
Difficult situation. Well, what difficult situation would you like me to tell you about?
Anyone.
Any situation? So, okay, off the top of my head, let me tell you. In a job setting.
Probably. But it doesn't have to be.
Okay, so could be a difficult situation. Okay, I'll tell you like a simple one because there is a one difficult, but I need to explain you all the setting, like what was going on, like for 10 minutes, and after that but I will tell you like one easy one. So
Okay.
I was working in a company, and there was like a boss, and he was nice for first time, like, and I mean from the how do you say I mean for example for first month, how do they say like
We'd
for
say it
first
first.
what
We'd say it first. So I
at
was working
first,
in a
yeah.
company and the boss was nice at first.
Yeah, at first, but after a while, he started to speak with speak to me like a little bit unpolite, and
Impolitely.
what?
Impolitely.
Impolitely, yeah. And but I tried to kind of to neglect or what, to like I don't care,
Ignore.
to ignore, yeah, for a while, and but he started to speak speak. After a while, he started to speak with kind of rude words and with a higher tone. Yeah, is it correct? Higher tone?
Yeah, you could say a hard tone.
I mean, like with the voice, hard tone. Yeah. So
Yeah, you could say a hard tone or a harsh tone.
yeah, harsh. Like, and I asked him, "Hey, what's up with you? What do you want from me? Like, why are you so unkind with me?" And he said, "No, I'm not unkind. I'm just like that, something." And I told him, "Well, if you are going to be like that, I'm going to complain like to your boss because I cannot work with you, honestly. It's very hard, difficult." And he said, "No, no, 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 no." But he continued in this way, like through emails. He sent like emails with rude words, like in response to me. And I complained like to his boss. And that boss told me that his contract is going to expire in 1 month. So I should wait for 1 month because all the people are sick of him in that company.
Wow.
And 1 month passed, and the company didn't renew, the contract
Yeah.
with him, and he was like, he went to another company. I don't know what he did.
Interesting. Wow. Cool. So yeah, sometimes talking to higher ups definitely helps. But yeah, definitely helps to be nice to your coworkers too. Okay,
Yeah.
good. That was a good story. Really good grammar too. I wouldn't change much. Just that at first, yeah, you did a really nice job. Great answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Michael, can you ask Adela the next question? This is a
What's
tough
your
one.
What's your biggest failure?
I don't remember to have a biggest failure.
I
Unless
don't remember having.
so big. But the last week, a wife's co-worker, we have a party, a final party to the final cars. And in this moment arrive another co-worker with a partner, and the wife's co-worker is
The
confused.
coworker's wife.
Wife confused with your wife is not your wife because it was a plan. It's a situation a little embarrassed, but it's
Okay, that's
a failure about this person, no? The wife, the wife coworker or coworker's wife
yeah.
was embarrassed. She doesn't she didn't what to do because if she was she could to disappear. I think
She couldn't disappear, or she wanted to
If-
disappear.
no she if she could a ver si hubiera podido, if she couldn't or no had couldn't I don't know.
If she could,
Ah.
she would have disappeared. Is that what you're trying to say?
If she would have could no disappear.
What do you?
No,
Can you say the sentence in Spanish really quickly?
si hubiera podido
If
desaparecer.
she could have.
She could have disappeared, no? Could.
Yeah. So I think you're trying to say si hubiera podido, hubiera
Desaparecer.
desaparecido.
O si hubiera,
So if she could have disappeared.
si hubiera
she-
podido desaparecer, lo hubiera hecho. It's very complicated sentence
Yeah.
in Spanish to
If she could have
translate.
disappeared.
If she could
She
have disappeared, she
would have.
would have.
Yeah, so if she could have disappeared, she would have.
Okay.
Can you repeat that sentence one more time, Adela?
If she could have disappeared, she would have. It's complicated.
Yeah, it is. You could also say, if she could have, she would have disappeared.
It's more simple to say she would disappear. No? Yeah, finish.
You could say she would have disappeared.
Oh, she would have disappeared.
Yeah, she would have disappeared. But it does sound a lot better in this case to use the if statement. So if she could have, she would have. That's hard. That's the third conditional. If
This third
you ever
condition.
see,
Yes.
if you see one of my lessons about the conditional, actually I can send it to you because there's a lot of good hints in it as well. So I'm gonna put it in Google Drive. So childhood and the conditionals, and if you just look at the third conditional, it'll help. So just later on in that presentation, there's some good information. So it's in the Google Drive right now, Adela. So if you want to download it. Okay, and
okay.
perfect. And Adela, can you ask Genesis the last question? And Genesis, pretend that she is the interviewer.
What question do you have for me?
Okay. What is your dream job? Do you do
I
you
am
like?
employee, no?
Yeah. So
I'm the
Genesis,
boss.
yeah. Pretend that Adela is your boss, or she's the interviewer, and you're looking for a job, Genesis. And this is like towards the end of the interview. And so Adela, the interviewer, is asking, well, do you have any questions for me about this job? Do you have any questions for me? So what questions could you come up with, Genesis?
Okay. Mm, um, what what is the goal of this job? Of the job?
Okay. And Adela, can you answer?
How is the goal in this job? I I don't know. But if you work hard, you earn a lot.
Okay. Good.
What is my
Yes.
responsibility?
What are?
Work hard. You need work hard. I need a work hard worker.
Close.
This is a very demanding job.
Okay.
Hard
Good.
work.
Yeah, you need to work hard, and I need a hard worker. Thanks, Michael. Good. Okay. And yeah, that sounded great. Let's go. Actually, we're just about out of time. So let's have maybe Genesis. Can you ask Michael the last question?
Okay. If Donald Trump offered you $1 million to invest in your best entrepreneurial idea, what would you do?
Good. That sounded great. We just say entrepreneurial. Can you repeat entrepreneurial?
Entrepreneurial.
Yeah, entrepreneurial. Good. And Michael, can you answer?
Yep. I think we spoke about that, no?
I think we probably have, yeah.
So, do you remember something about restaurants?
Yeah, I do remember restaurants. Would you think of anything else?
Okay, off the top of my head, I would Okay, I would go to. So there is like websites. There are websites where you can see like new startups and different startups in this in so what's that like computers related startups like internet related?
Um, I'm not really exactly sure. Like a technological or a
Yeah,
technology related or
okay, let's say like internet related startups, like there are lots of like websites, yeah, or program software,
yeah.
and I would look up for other startups like some technological things like devices, like for example watches or something, and I would look for like other kind of startups like houses, innovations in houses, and I would stick with the best two like startups. I think that I would see that there is like future in them and
Yeah.
there. So, for example, what I watch on TV, there's lots of many companies in US that creates new things like not necessarily like websites or something, but new technological things, and I think that's profitable in the long term, could be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That was awesome.
But
Yeah.
I would definitely open my chain of restaurants, as I told you
Yeah. Yeah.
a week ago.
Definitely would be more fun. We could open a chain of restaurants together even.
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. And so
You
we're
would
just
take credit on your family. You would take like a loan on your family. Maybe.
yeah, take out a family loan.
No, you would like take, and I will work with your money. Do you understand what I mean?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Sorry. So, but yeah, maybe I could
So you're going to bank, and you go and take a loan on your
okay.
name. You write,
Yeah, so
sign
I take
all
out
the
a loan in my
paper,
name.
yeah, and you give me the money, and I will work
Yeah,
with the money.
perfect. That sounds like a great plan for me.
That's a
Um,
joke.
I know, I know.
Okay.
I was also being sarcastic.
Okay.
But good, that was awesome. And so we are unfortunately out of time. Does anybody have any last questions?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so really good class, everybody.
Joshua, I think you
Yeah.
should make other classes because
Yeah,
you
I
kind of
I've got a couple on the
repeating
list.
like movies, this one, and I think something about business or something. So you have 3 classes and you're like putting them over and over again. So you should add at
Yeah.
least 3 more.
Yep, I think I've got close to 10 or 11. I think maybe it just keeps getting the same ones. But where I have to sign? I don't have.
About the million.
Oh yeah, where do I have to sign? Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, and again, so really good class, everybody. Michael, definitely get some new classes up soon. Been traveling, so it's a little bit hard. But yeah, and hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon, and have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye bye.
guys.
Bye bye.